Hello guys, this is a bonus video. I just want to do something short about my workflow, the way I trade. I did a first video on introduction to Forex. That video was to just let you know what you need to get started, the kind of resources you need to be learning, some few sites you can be learning from. Then after learning, what you want to do is you want to start trading. When you start trading, you need to get a broker. I also did a video on what you need to do to pick a good broker. Once you pick a good broker, you have to install their platform. From then you start trading, and you should start trading demo account. You don't start with real money. This is not a business of getting rich quick. This is a business of taking time, creating a style, creating a system, building a plan, and trading. So this is the way I work. First thing I want to do every day when I'm trading is I want to know what is happening in the news. You can see here, this is Forex Factory. I told you about this site when I was doing the general introduction to Forex. And you have currency pairs, you have time, and you have impact of the news. Yellow means it's not too serious, red means it's very impactful, orange means it has medium impact. So tomorrow I have New Zealand dollar, Chinese yen, British pound, Chinese yen. Those are a few of the currencies where I'm expecting the markets to move because of fundamental news. That is all what I need to know here. Most times I'll say, okay, I'm not touching that currency. I don't know what the news can do. If I have a trade in that currency, what I have to do is I protect my position. I am done with that. Next place I'm going to is TradingView. This is where I do all my analysis. This is where I do the bulk of my analysis. I'm a candlestick trader, and I read candlesticks. I understand candlesticks. I make decisions from candlestick. First thing I'm doing every Sunday or every Monday is I want to see if I have a reversal pattern. Candlesticks were discovered or were first used by Japanese, and they have some key reversal patterns that whenever you see them, there's a high probability that the market is going to turn and move the other way. So I'm going to be sharing those with you. There are just 10 of them, but they are hugely important. Just on this chart I can see a couple of them: bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bullish shooting star, bearish shooting star, dark cloud cover. So those are some of them, and you see every time you see those patterns, the market moves the opposite direction. So last week I saw this pattern, bearish shooting star, and remember we took some trades in the British pound which were very positive. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come to my weekly time frame. You have different time frames here. I want to come to weekly, and I see if I see a formation. So last week I saw a bearish shooting star which has joined together with the candle for this week now, and is giving us what we call an evening star. That is still a bearish formation. So I am certainly go for sell in the British pound this week. So that is it in the weekly. I want to go now into my daily time frame, and there are two things I'm looking for: trend direction. Which direction is the trend moving? Normal patient trader, what you should do is you should avoid taking this trade until the trend goes below the EMA. But what I usually do is I'll take this trade, but with a reduced risk. If I am risking 3% on my trades, what I'm going to do with a trade like this is I'm going to risk 1%, so that everything can happen when this market is still above the EMA. But good for us, everything went well. We are now below the EMA, and the EMAs have crossed, telling us that we are good to go for the sell. So this is on the daily. I saw this dark cloud cover was another indication to sell, and we sold last week. And remember, we are still in this sell. We took two positions last week. We took the first one, we had 80 pips, and we have the second and the third positions which are still running. So we are certainly good to go for GBP USD. And with the news of the Brexit and everything, I think this is going to be a bearish market for a while. So I go down to my 4 hours time frame. Now you can see the way I'm leaving a high time frame to a low time frame. On my 4 hours time frame, it is clear we are already in the downtrend. Our EMAs have crossed. We have the short EMA, which is now below the long-term EMA, and what I have to do now is I'm looking to enter a second position. This is it. The principle I use is simple. When I have a breakout, I'm looking for a retest, or I'm looking for a few green candles and then continuation. So this is an interesting position I'll be looking for. I'll be taking this trade with a pending order. I'm looking for the market to break this low. A convenient place for me to have my stop loss will be somewhere here, which looks very wide, but I tell you, you want to have a wide and safe stop loss rather than having a tight and unsafe stop loss. So and I would also use this stop loss to be able to help me determine where the volume I'm going to be using for this trade. So I'm not just going to use any volume. This stop loss is going to help me to determine the volume. Looking at this now, I want to use my good friend the Fibonacci to be able to see where I can put my take profit. So if I'm entering here at the 0.5, I want to have my first take profit here, and I want to have my second profit somewhere around the 76 here. So that is it, that is it. I want to have my first take profit here, second take profit here. So when you look at a trade like this, it gives me first take profit is 70 pips, second take profit is 196 pips. What am I risking for that trade? I'm risking 133. That is too much. I might take a stop loss somewhere around here, which is 100 pips, which is very understandable for the British pound. But what you have to do is you're going to use what we call a risk management calculator to be able to determine which level you're going to put your stop loss. So our first normal position to enter this trade was up here. We have already taken our first profits and we are continuing. So if you want to add positions on this trade, I think breaking this low, which is the 50% Fibonacci, is going to be a good position to enter this trade. So that is it. Simple. You want to determine if there's a reversal pattern. You want to determine trend direction if the market is below your EMA, and finally you want to determine if on the 4 hours you have broken and you have retested your EMA and you're good to go from here. Or what I do is I copy my coordinates from here and I enter them into my MT4. So that is it. That is simply what I do for each and every currency pair. Please, if you have any questions, if there's anything you have not understood, just go below the comment section, ask your question. I can do another video to explain it for you. And what I would like you to do is share this video, subscribe to my channel, so that next time I put up videos like this, you might be able to have them and probably learn one thing or another. Thank you. Have a great evening.